I feel nothing but pain. Anyway, let's jump into this. Because I don't remember where. I think we're going to class trial. Let me try to remember. I'll figure it out. Yeah, it was a class trial. I have not done a Danganronpa voice in so long. I have water, thank God, and my throat is dry. Which is ironic, because I've done nothing except suck dick. No, I'm kidding, I've just done nothing, man. There's no joke going into that one. Gee, stop winking, waste my sweet ass time. But there's not a problem to deal with besides this one. Where the heck is Fuyiko? I totally ditched my appointment.
How strange.
He pissed me off, huh? Oh, what's happening? What the fuck? His anger changes form. I'm right here. Ah, Fuyiko, you came. I was worried about you. There's nowhere for me to run anyway. So no matter the ending, I had to accept it, right? But still.
Bastard!
I'm a Yakuza. Accepting fee is not an option. Fuyiko, what does that mean? I'm like tired, man. Well, that's all good. Give it a trial heats up, it's all good.
Anyway,
Looks like everyone's here, so let's depart now.
see ya later!
I'll go first and be one step ahead of you guys.
This is bad.
I'm not mentally prepared yet.
Like,
That's the wrong voice. You don't have to participate.
Show some spirit!
You don't have enough power. Harness your talent. Harness your land. How do you say that fucking word? Latent energy. There you go. Got it. Come on, bring out that energy.
This, too, must be the will of causality.
So it begins. Beginning of the end. Now then. Let's take our spirits high. We can only one day find out shining hope. That's right. Moving forward is the only option. Into the rock. Wait, who died last time? Let me go check my video. Oh, I just realized I had to click on it.
you're so evil!
No matter how many times I see it, it's such a bad taste. The worst, the lowest, the most brutal taste. Silence, rabbit. Somehow I move my muscles, step from fears and nerves, and awkwardly walked upon the escalator. For some reason, my breathing was short, and I was eventually struck with a feeling of similar to dizziness. The moment all of us were inside Monokuma Rock. Okay, never mind, now. I'm sad. A rumbling sound filled the room, and the surrounding space began to fall. As it shook with a clatter, the elevator we were inside continued to drop. With the drop, I was fluctuating between feeling hope and despair, as if my heart was a running fruit, swelling in the sun before it finally goes squish. I suddenly stopped breathing. My conscience began to fade from the pressure. I tried to endure that pressure by firmly standing on my legs, and after a while, the elevator's vibration gradually began, and then stopped altogether. Oh god. Defeat the boring routine.
So
I decided to start redecorating. How's it look? Mr. Monokuma's decoration is awesome, isn't it?
impossible!
It's not like I allow you to think otherwise anyway.
That is...
To go to trouble doing something like this. Absorbent, really. What is your true intention?
No!
Nothing, really. Essentially, this killing game is just to kill time anyway.
You...
Kill time.
Yeah!
my purpose. That alone is my purpose.
Like...
The purpose is only gonna be weakness. Those who have a purpose are always the weakest in a bunch. That's why you guys should forget about such cheap-ass purposes like trying to survive. And enjoy the class trial from the bottom of your hearts. Starting class trials starting. Mahiru Kazumi, the ultimate photographer. She had an undying force of personality, but she was actually very good at taking care of people. And most importantly, she was always straightforward. The person that killed her is a monk. You know, I'm not gonna make a joke, and I've made that joke so many times, I'm not gonna do it. I don't believe it, I don't believe it, but regardless, when you find the answer, it doesn't matter if you believe it or not, because it's the only way. Aside from finding who the killer is, there's no other way for us to find it. And so, this life-threatening, yay, another murder. Do we have any, we can change it, I forgot that. We do have skills, that's the thing. I don't think we do. But I want to make sure. We have 28 skill points. Nothing. Open the handbook. Choose going. Alright.
Now then, let's begin with a
Thank God I
simple
can stop talking.
explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Oh, no matter how many times I hear it, it's such a cruel rule.
Now then, let's first discuss the motive. That masterpiece of gaming, Twilight Syndrome murder case.
What? Who cares about that game?
The outcome of this trial should be determined by whether or not we find Mahiru's killer.
Nevertheless, we shouldn't ignore it. After all, that game is the motive this time.
Yeah, you're right. Then let's try discussing that first.
I'm sure everyone who's beaten the game already knows that it's based on an actual murder case.
Some of us have not beaten that game. Give us a detailed explanation.
It means Twilight Syndrome Murder Case is a non-fiction game.
Yes.
Additionally, some of us are characters in that game too.
Some of us are characters in a video game?
That is very meta.
So, I think it's better if we clarify who the characters in the game are first.
Character in the game are girl A, girl B, girl C, girl D, girl E, and girl boy F. And a high school girl got killed in the beginning. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm getting pissed off right now. Mostly because of, girl, no, then it's probably Mahiru? Timid, oh.
Damn it!
Okay, it's been a month. Mikan.
I see!
Girl A is probably Mikan Tsumiki.
Yeah.
That timid tone. That definitely sounds like Girl A.
Yeah. Okay.
Based on the list of names in the staff roll, I can't think of anyone else who would be Girl A.
Why am I in a video game? That's an infringement of my right to privacy.
I don't think this island has privacy laws. You're kind of fucked.
Ha! A nasty, trashy pig shit like you doesn't have any privacy rights. Ah, a nasty, trashy pig shit. I feel like I heard that in the game too. Huh?
Oh no. You lost your rights too, motherfucker. I hear. I think it's girl B.
I see.
Alright, thank God I got that right.
Girl B was short and foul-mouthed. She's probably Hiyoko.
Short and foul mouth.
Short and foul-mouthed? That's like the complete opposite of me.
That is a fucking lie, and you know it.
Anyway, let's move on. Next is girl C.
Hyper energetic and unique. Ibuki.
I see.
Girl C is Ibuki.
Girl, see? Then I'll see you next Tuesday.
Please stop hitting on me.
Let's move on to girl D.
Melody, there's only one person who had a. God damn.
I see.
Girl D is Mahiru, the victim in this case.
Yeah, that's correct. Let's skip girl E and talk about guy F.
Oh, I know it's an
I
obvious
see.
one.
Aren't you Guy F, Fuyuhiko?
Because I saw the little thing in.
I was in a game? That's fucking stupid.
Gaming is
reminds
not
me.
stupid.
Wasn't there another person whose last name was also Kuzuryu?
Another person?
It was one of the names on the staff roll.
Ah.
The names were Sumiki, Koizumi, Sayonji, Miyoda, Sato, Kuzuryu, and then another Kuzuryu.
Hold on. Why do you keep saying there were two Kuzuryus?
It's not like I'm wrong. That's how it's written on the staff roll. Since you beat the game, you probably know what this actually means, right?
Yeah. I'm using Fuyuko's last name. Appears twice. It's true, but I have a hunch. Call me out like Nagito, you def. Yeah. Kuzurino appears. Either a little or an older one. I'm guessing little?
I can prove it with this.
Oh, shit.
In the game, Guy F, Kuzuryu, mentions that
right.
he has a little sister.
What do you mean, little sister?
This is what Guy F said in the game. It's pretty clear. There's no doubt that Guy F had a little sister. Plus, the sister actually appeared in the game. That's why the name Kuzuryu appeared twice.
By the way, what role did Guy F's little sister, the other Kuzuryu, play? You probably noticed, right?
No, I wasn't. Oh, we never D. D is in Mahiru. Ibuki. Yoko? Is that her name? I don't fucking know.
I see!
So there's only like one part
The
left.
dead high school girl who was the first victim in the game is the only person I can think of.
Based on Guy F's tone in the game, it's clear that Girl E is not his little sister.
Yeah.
So if the only person left is the dead high school girl, then she must be Fuyuhiko's sister.
These are some big brain moves by Naruto. Not gonna lie. I can respect the big brain moves from him. I mean, I hate him as a person, but I can respect the big brain moves.
Why do you sound so fucking happy? That's a winning personality you got there.
Winning personality? Are you praising me?
Shut the fuck up.
I was being sarcastic, dumbass.
Yes, yes,
Hey, you said the game is a work of non-fiction. That means Fuyuhiko's little sister is...
Yeah, I have a little sister. Something wrong with that? It's just a fucking game. Don't go mixing up some video game with reality.
It's not just a game. It's definitely based on true events. That's why it's the motive.
Oh.
Don't go making shit up, bastard! If she was the type to die easily, I'd have fucking killed her myself a long time ago. I mean, when I first entered Hope's Peak Academy, she was mouthing off to me as usual and sent me off. It happened just the other day.
About that, you're probably thinking like that because you...
Shut the fuck up! You be quiet!
I actually clicked it.
I see. So you're never gonna accept that that game is based on true events, huh? Okay, I understand your attitude toward this class trial now.
Nagito, you seem to be doubting Fuyuhiko a lot. Do you suspect he's the killer?
A mystery that easy would make me feel sad. It wouldn't be good enough to serve as everyone's stepping stone.
Shut up.
That's why I'd be much happier if Fuyuhiko wasn't the killer.
Okay, you're starting to act weird again.
Starting? As soon as the definition
Anyway.
weird.
Now we've established who all the characters in the game are.
Girl A is Mikan. Girl B is Hiyoko. Girl C is Ibuki.
Oh, yeah.
Girl D is Mahiru. Guy F is Fuyuhiko. And the first victim in the game, that dead high school girl, is Fuyuhiko's little sister.
Yeah,
That's just a story in a fucking game.
based on true events.
If so, then Girl E is Miss Sato.
Could it be? The same Miss Sato who likes white rice?
I don't know what Sato you're talking about, but I don't think she's relevant to this case.
Maybe it's related to Gundam's last name, since they're both really plain names.
What the heck? Is that a wild connection?
Tanaka may be an ordinary family name, but it's far better than Sato or Suzuki.
He's not wrong. And he also didn't rivalry going on.
Hey, no one cares about that. Hurry up and talk about the mystery of the game.
Alright.
Huh? What do you mean, mystery of the game?
My, you don't know. I heard that Girl E got killed.
What? No way! Is that true?
Getting killed is so violent, don't you know?
My, such awful times we live in. Why did this happen?
I'm sorry, but this is like the most...
You guys are definitely friends.
Yeah.
So the mystery of the game is the murder of Girl E, correct?
Yes.
Then let's hurry up and solve it. Let's first figure out why Girl E was killed.
The reason Girl E was killed, I should be able to assume why based on the content of the game. What's one of these two? I can't remember. I think this
I
one?
see.
Okay, thank God I got it right.
The reason Girl E was killed is because she killed the first victim in the game.
Which means Girl E was killed as revenge for the dead high school girl.
Yes.
What do you think, Fuyuhiko? Apparently Girl E was killed to avenge your little sister.
You're fucking persistent. I don't care what that game said at all.
But...
Is that true? Girl E, she killed the first victim?
in order to make that clear, we need to know more about the case involving the first victim's murder.
It's the murder that occurred in the music room. I knew it would come up, so I prepared in advance.
Thank you, Chucky.
Look, I made a map of the music room's surroundings, which was the stage of the first case.
I'm surprised you went to all this trouble.
Mapping is second nature to retro game fans.
Thank you, Chucky. Very cool.
Classic dungeon crawler RPGs have a first-person point of view, so mapping as you play is a basic.
We get it! Let's talk about that later so we can focus on the case.
But gaming. Gaming.
Then, I'll start explaining. Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, and Girl D were at the entrance hall when they heard the sound of glass breaking. Immediately, they climbed the stairs to the second floor and headed to where they heard that sound. Girl E was in front of the music room on the second floor, and she confirmed that the sound came from in there. But the door to the music room was locked. So Girl D went to get the key from the office, and when the five of them were finally able to go inside, they found the victim's body, dead from a blow to the head. Because the music room's window was broken, the girls thought the killer escaped through there. The sound of breaking glass that they heard at the entrance hall seemed to confirm that. Plus, Girl E's school swimsuit was stolen, so they concluded that the escaped killer was some pervert. How does that sound?
Yep, an understandable explanation. Just as expected from the ultimate gamer who excels at clearing games.
But it wasn't a pervert, right? Wasn't the real killer Girl E?
Obviously. Girl E was waiting outside the music room for the other girls after she killed the first victim.
Did she lock the music room from the outside? Then she would have totally needed the key from the office.
That's true.
Which means Girl E was hiding that key. We can assume she used it to lock the music room after she left it.
But Girl D was the one who went to the office to get the key to the music room, right?
By the way, since it was never mentioned in the game, we can exclude the possibility of there being a spare key.
You can lock the music room from the inside, right? So from there, Girl E
Motherfucker
broke the
walked from my
window
house.
and escaped, and sprinted to the front of the music room as fast as she could before the others arrived.
She would have passed by the entrance hall where the other girls were waiting if she tried to do that.
Then, forget this!
It's not cute to see an old guy sulk.
Hey, is Girl E really the killer? We haven't reached an answer yet.
Based on details of the game, there's no mistake that Girl E, who was waiting in the hallway, is the killer. Then what did Girl E do after killing the girl inside the music room? I guess we need to clear that up first. Alright. My assumption is this one.
After she killed the first victim in the music room, what did Girl E do?
She just broke the window in the music room and escaped outside.
Yes.
So how did Girl E get from outside the school to the front of the music room?
To go back to the music room from outside, you need to go through the entrance hall.
Yeah.
Plus, at the entrance hall, the other four girls should have been there.
Yes.
At the entrance hall, the girls heard the sound of the window shattering.
Yes. I remember this.
How was she able to get past those four and wait in front of the music room?
She probably used a hidden passageway.
Oh, wait.
Twilight's hidden passageway is the world's best!
I really don't know. What did... I can't remember. Holy shit, I'm stupid. Anyway.
After she killed the first victim in the music room, what did Girl E do?
She just broke the window in the music room and escaped outside.
So how did Girl E get from outside the school?
So sorry I had to pause. Someone came in. So I'm gonna have to actually look this up. I cannot get this one. Oh.
After she killed the first victim in the music room, what did Girl E do?
She just broke the window in the music room and escaped outside.
I'm gonna let's play because I just realized.
So how did Girl E get from outside the school to the front of the music room?
To go back to the music room from outside, you need to go through the entrance hall.
Yeah.
Plus, at the entrance hall, the other 4 girls should have been there.
At the entrance hall, the girls heard the sound of the window shattering.
There you go.
No, that's wrong! First of all, the sound the girls heard wasn't the window breaking.
If it wasn't the window, then what broke to make that sound?
A vase.
Vase? How low can you go?
After the murder, a broken vase was discovered in the classroom next to the music room.
Ah.
So the sound of breaking glass that the 4 girls heard wasn't the music room's window. It was the sound of the vase breaking. Probably.
Yes.
Actually, the murder was nearly finished by the time the 4 girls met in the entrance hall. Girl E killed the victim in the music room, broke the window, and went to the office to get the key. With that key, she locked the music room from the hallway, returned the key to the office, and went back to wait in front of the music room. All she had to do was break the vase in the next door classroom as the 4 girls met by the entrance hall.
To make them think the murder had just occurred and that the killer had just escaped.
So, when the 4 of them ran over after they heard the sound, Girl E acted like she had just rushed over too.
I see. Now the mystery has been solved.
Wait a minute! The mystery hasn't been solved yet! You haven't determined what the murder weapon was yet!
Bonking time. I'm kidding. No, but she got bonked, didn't she? Pretty sure she got bonked.
Who cares about the murder weapon? We found out who the killer was.
Not cool! I went to all the trouble of making this death march, so you gotta stick with it to the end.
What the heck? You're so annoying!
Fine. Let's figure out the weapon. If this keeps up, I'm gonna feel like I need to shit. Which means I'll feel disgusting.
You're the disgusting one.
The weapon is pretty unconventional. The answer was revealed in the game, though. Now then, will you guys be able to figure it out?
Unconventional weapon also put in the game. If you're told key in the advanced long room here, then I have to do that. Let's say and tell you recording. Oh, really? I want to hang out. Should I start hanging out with Gundam? That's the thing. I'm dead inside. I don't fucking know.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Think
Yeah.
you talked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Yeah.
Then the piano.
Oh, I accidentally hit that. That wasn't the intention for a second.
Why are you going even bigger?
Bonk!
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
Ah,
It's on that big a scale, too?
yes, it's universe.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it? She beat her to death with her fists!
You're seriously stupid. One can appear in the game, but
A weapon
Oh.
inside the music room, huh?
I have to.
What about
cheat
broken
because-
glass?
Stupid decision. No one said
Isn't the
that.
cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
I agree with that. I got it. The killer must have used gravel to attack the victim.
My goodness. I got it right. And I was just throwing things out there.
Thank you. Very cool.
Just as I thought! I'm chosen by the gods!
You're not chosen at all, and gravel is impossible. It's too small to be a weapon.
What if the gravel was put inside some sort of bag?
Bag? What kind of bag?
If the weapon is something that appeared in the game, then so is the bag. And the only thing I can think of is the school swimsuit. If you tie the swimsuit like a bag and stuff it full of gravel, it'd make an effective weapon.
Gravel inside the swimsuit? Even the ace attorney would be astonished by such a fantastic idea! But for the
That's true.
killer, it's an
Probably
idea
not
that kills
awesome.
2 birds with 1 stone. To make people think the killer is some pervert, it makes sense for a school swimsuit to be stolen. And if that swimsuit was used to make an improvised weapon, it'd have to be disposed of later.
How about it, Monokuma? Are you satisfied now?
This happiness you feel when the mystery you create is solved. Only producers know this feeling of ecstasy.
But the real important talk begins now.
Mhm.
Girl E had someone who can be called an accomplice. That person was actually Girl D.
Girl D. You're talking about Mahiru, right?
Yeah.
Huh? Mahiru is the accomplice? What is this? What does that mean?
An accomplice. I'm not gonna go there.
The piece of face that became an important clue in the music room murder. Girl D got rid of it.
Yeah.
And apparently the reason Girl E committed murder in the first place was to protect Girl D. Girl D was being harassed by the victim. Girl E found out and tried to stop it, and they ended up getting into an argument.
And she felt a rush of anger and ended up killing her.
But she should have had a clear murderous intent. I mean, she choked her out and then bludgeoned her to death.
She probably made her unconscious by accident. And from there, she couldn't go back. I somewhat understand that feeling.
I have so many questions.
You can? That's pretty scary.
But Girl E was also killed by someone on the 4th day, or the game's last day. I might as well ask just in case. Who do you think killed Girl E?
Well, it's the guy.
I see!
And Monokuma is
It should have been
robot.
Guy F.
A scenario where Guy F murders Girl E out of a burning, hellfire desire to avenge his murdered sister.
But Guy F is...
Yep.
What? It's just a story in a video game, isn't it?
That's all you can say. If that game is telling the truth, it'd be a huge problem for you.
Hey, clear this up for me. Those of you who appeared as characters in the game, do you remember this incident?
I'm terribly sorry, but
They don't remember. That's obvious. Because their school memories were, like, totally stolen.
even if I don't remember, I already know. It's obvious that guy is the killer. No one would kill a nice person like Mahiru besides a piece of shit menace to society like Fuyuhiko. Girl E and Mahiru were killed by that guy.
You sure do talk a lot of shit. Well, I'm used to it by now.
But does Mahiru's murder have anything to do with that game?
No, Mahiru, the game and Mahiru's deaths are probably related. In actuality, there's important. I didn't get to fucking read that. Fine. I won't watch it. Oh, yeah. Was it this?
Crap!
And actually, there's a point. Shared point. A shared point? I got no fucking idea. I got no fucking idea. Oh! What's that?
I can prove it with this. I'm not sure the two events are unrelated. At the very least, the killer has definitely played the game.
Yeah.
As proof, Mahiru, who was killed in the beach house, and Girl E, who was killed in the game, were both killed by a blow to the head with a metal bat. There's no way we can ignore that connection.
Yeah.
Someone must have wanted to split her head open the exact same way they avenged the first victim. Hey, why don't you confess already? You're the one who killed Mahiru, right?
You better cut that out right now! There is no way a stupid game could be the motive!
You're dumb enough to believe that stupid game, and that's why you killed her as revenge!
If you keep making up your mind like that, we're just going to go around in circles.
Yeah,
And it's true Fuyuhiko may look suspicious, but don't you think that'd be too obvious?
Yeah.
What are you...
I mean, there's a possibility that it's a trap set by the true killer.
Ah.
Trap? What do you mean?
The true killer played that game, and most likely found out about the relationships between the characters.
Ah.
That person could be using that knowledge to try to set up Fuyuhiko.
That is true.
Are you saying that a completely different killer murdered Mahiru and used the game motive as their cover?
Yes.
Isn't that what happened, Hiyoko?
Huh?
Oh, no.
Don't you understand? I'm saying you might be the true killer.
What is this? Like, I can only laugh. What are you even saying, you nasty toilet-clogging bitch?
Oh. Alright, let's just continue this.
What are you saying, you four-eyed troll? Accusing me of killing Mahiru? You're so mean!
Why do you doubt Hyoko?
Do you know where Hiyoko was today? She was at the beach house, the scene of the crime.
We did see her
But I
run.
didn't go to the beach house.
Wait, that's a lie.
I was squishing Mr. Ants all day.
I feel sorry for Mr. That is a lie. Yeah.
What are you saying, you four-eyed troll? Accusing me of killing Mahiru? You're so mean!
Why do you doubt Hyoko?
Do you know where Hiyoko was today? She was at the beach house, the scene of the crime.
Yes, yes.
But I didn't go to the beach house.
Oh.
I was squishing
Oh,
Mr.
I hate
Ants
those.
all day.
I knew.
What are you saying, you four-eyed troll? Accusing me of killing Mahiru? You're so mean!
Why do you doubt Hyoko?
Do you know where Hiyoko was today? She was at the beach house, the scene of the crime.
But I didn't go to the beach house.
Ah,
I
son of
was
a
squishing
bitch.
Mr. Ants all day.
Okay, I gotta actually do it this time.
What are you saying? Accusing me of... Why do you doubt?
Do you know where Hiyoko? She was at the beach house.
But I didn't go to the beach house.
There you go, finally caught
No,
it.
that's wrong.
Wait a minute. You should have been at the beach house, Hiyoko.
Seriously, I told you I didn't.
That is a lie and you know it.
But these footprints in the sand in front of the beach house, aren't they yours?
I don't have such ugly footprints. They're probably Mikan's based on how ugly they are. Don't decide that based on ugliness.
Huh. They're not Hiyoko's footprints? That's strange. The footprint I collected from your room matches these footprints perfectly.
Collected? I never gave you permission to collect that, you nasty pedo!
Plus, the footprints left in the sand were facing away from the beach house. Which means, when the owner of these footprints went inside the beach house, they used a different entrance.
Yes.
A different entrance? Are you talking about the door facing the road that Mahiru's body was leaning against?
Yes.
Are you saying when that person went inside the beach house, the body hadn't appeared yet?
The door was still accessible when they went in, and wasn't when they left.
Which means something happened in between those two events. Isn't that right, Hiyoko?
Ah! I remember now! I remember when I went to the beach house!
Bruh.
So you finally decided to confess.
Bruh.
I'm pretty sure you guys already know this, but going for walks in the morning is my daily routine.
We don't even talk to you.
I've never heard of that daily routine before.
Yeah.
And that's when I went to the beach house. I went there on my morning walk.
But it was like at 3?
I see. If you went there during your morning walk, that doesn't have anything to do with the case at all.
Don't believe her so easily, dumbass. She's obviously lying.
Yeah.
Huh? It's a lie?
There you go. Yes.
People who call other people liars are usually liars themselves. If you say I'm lying, prove it. Can you even prove that I'm lying?
Let's see there.
There's no way a bunch of worthless idiots like you guys would be able to do that.
There were like 3 of us in... Wait, 3 or 4 of us? Oh, the Michael letter, that's right.
I did go to the beach house. But only during my morning walk. I didn't go any other time.
Then you didn't meet up with Mahiru at the beach house?
Obviously not. Saying I met up with her when I never even saw her?
Well, you...
Is this a panel of idiots?
Yeah.
I did go to the beach house. But only during my morning walk.
No,
I
that's
thought
wrong.
that was the wrong one. Considering that was like in the afternoon.
Only during your morning walk, huh? Will you still claim that after you take a look at this letter?
Mm-hmm.
That letter! It's the one Mahiro had, right?
I see. So Hiyoko was able to arrange a meeting with Mahiru by exchanging letters with her.
What is that letter? I'm serious, I don't know.
Oh, snap! I remember now. I totally saw you.
Yeah.
Me and Hajime met up at the diner around 3 p.m. to go to the beach. I saw
yeah.
you about 30 minutes later, so it should have been around 3:30 p.m.
Yeah, that's definitely past the morning.
I see. So if she met Mahiru at 2:30 p.m., killed her, then ran away afterward, I think 3:30 p.m. is a reasonable time for you to have witnessed Hiyoko.
You're wrong! You're totally
I was there?
Now that you mention it, you also passed by the diner, Fuyuhiko. So you should have seen Hiyoko too, right?
No, I didn't. It's just a coincidence that I passed by the diner. I wasn't even paying attention to the beach house. I went straight back to my cottage after I saw you guys. I didn't see anyone during that time.
For some reason, that sounds suspicious too.
It's the truth. Deal with it.
Just leave him alone. It'd be a waste of time to question him any further. Anyway, that letter in Kazuichi's testimony says it all. You were meeting up with Mahiru at the beach house.
Yeah.
Seriously, I don't know. I didn't even write that letter. I'm telling the truth. I really don't know.
Is she really crying? Or is she faking it?
I have no idea.
She's probably faking it.
We can assume she summoned Mahiru with the intention of killing her all along. That's why she wrote a letter to let her know where to meet, so the others wouldn't find out.
Ah.
And then you went ahead to the beach house, hid yourself in a specific place, and waited for Mahiru. There's evidence for that too.
The only place I can think. It had to be here, considering this is open, right?
The place where Hiyoko was hiding. Are you talking about the closet?
Yes, that's right.
I was so
The gummy candy we found on the floor is the evidence. Hiyoko, your favorite candy is gummies, correct?
What's a gummy? I've never eaten something like that before.
That's a lie, and you fucking know it.
I have captured the true character of this mystery. Hiyoko, who summoned Mahiru to the beach house, hid inside the closet like a familiar. When she saw her chance, she attacked her like an evil spirit and left the beach house like a swift wind.
But Hiyoko miscalculated that Mahiru's body would be blocking the door at that time. Because of that, she was only able to leave from the beachside door and ended up leaving her footprints.
We have presented the proof! My 4 dark devas of destruction didn't even need to come out!
It's a trap! This is obviously someone's trap!
Who's someone? Whose trap is it?
It must be that one person. You know, the one with the mask, maybe? The one with the mask?
Oh wait, that makes...
There was a suspicious mask at the beach house, right? Whoever was wearing that could be the real killer.
That is true.
You're the one who wore that mask and killed Mahiru, right?
There's no way I'd wear such a childish mask. Is your brain fried or something?
That is right. It cannot be Hiyoko.
Huh? Sparkling what now?
That mask says it all. Sparkling Justice
Oh, yeah,
is hiding on this island.
Oh, I didn't realize that saying word. I'm just...
Which
like,
means
tired still.
the legendary serial killer Sparkling Justice is the one who killed Mahiru.
Why?
Why you? If you continue to say such foolish things, I shall tear you limb from limb.
Don't blame Miss Sonia. It's just a difference between cultures. Culture shock, you know?
Makes sense.
Hiyoko, why don't you just admit it already? You're being unreasonably stubborn.
It's all in your head.
Unreasonably, it's Hiyoko. Of course she's stubborn.
Oh, why can't you understand? I'm not the killer.
No. It's true that Hiyoko is suspicious, but there's something strange. Something that doesn't make sense. I can't help feel we're being directed by someone. Alright, I got nothing, so let's just start with number 1.
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
Imagine committing sin.
It's a trap.
There's no doubt.
Imagine committing sin. Not
You went to the beach house, right?
Not PogChamp.
That is...
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy.
You waited for your chance to kill Mahiru.
The gummy. Oh, gummy bag.
And afterward, you fled from the beach house.
At the time, the door facing the road
No, I don't think so.
was blocked by the body.
Yeah.
So you were forced to flee from the beachside entrance.
And that's how you left your footprints.
Wow. Looks like everyone doubts Hiyoko. Is that really okay?
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
Imagine
I'm
sinning.
telling you, it's a trap!
There's no
I have no
doubt.
idea what this is.
You went to the beach house, right?
That is...
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy.
You waited for your chance to kill Mahiru. And afterward, you fled from the beach house.
At the time, the door facing the road was blocked by the body. So you were forced to flee from the beachside entrance.
And that's how you left your footprints.
I cannot figure this out. Okay, what was the gummy bag?
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
That is...
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy.
No, that's wrong. About that gummy, did Hiyoko really drop it?
The only one childish enough to eat gummies is that midget over there.
You're a midget too, you know. You're the one who worries about never getting taller.
It's true Hiyoko likes to eat gummies, but she only eats a specific brand.
The brand of gummies you eat only have strawberry, melon, grape, and orange flavors, right?
Huh? But what about the lemon flavor? The gummy at the crime scene was yellow, so it obviously looked like it was lemon flavored. Huh? That gummy is yellow? Then it's not mine! The ones I eat don't have any yellow gummies!
What?
Oh.
That's right. None of the gummy bags in her cottage had any yellow ones.
Then we can't assume Hiyoko is the one who dropped that yellow gummy. See? Didn't I tell you? It's definitely a trap! Damn it! Who would set a trap like this? I'll get my revenge. I'm gonna bop you on the head with all my might.
Bopping time.
Hold on, you little bitch! You think you're in the clear just because of a little gummy? Don't be stupid. I'm not done backing you into a corner yet.
Wait a minute, word yourself right.
We're not done with Hiyoko yet.
What'd you say?
There's still a huge piece of evidence left.
Oh, okay.
You're talking about the footprints near the beach house, right?
It's true, that's an important piece of evidence. And we can thank Mahiru for it!
What does that mean?
Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and blocked the door to the road. Thanks to her, we have the evidence we need.
That's wrong. I left those footprints during my morning walk.
Dude, we literally saw you run away.
We're not done with Hiyoko yet. There's still a huge piece of evidence left.
You're talking about the footprints near the beach house, right?
It's true, that's an important piece of evidence. And we
I
can
got it
thank
now.
Mahiru for it!
I think so. I think I know what
What
it is.
does that mean?
I think I know what it is.
Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and blocked the door to the road. Thanks to her, we have the evidence we need.
What's wrong? I left those footprints during my morning walk.
I'm pretty sure, like, now.
We're not done with Hiyoko yet. There's still a huge piece of evidence left.
Oh shit, Annie.
You're talking about the footprints near the beach
She
house,
didn't.
right?
I'm pretty sure she got bonked. Like,
It's
it was
true,
a one-hit
that's an
kill.
important piece of evidence.
Right?
And we can thank Mahiru for it!
What does that mean?
Mahiru used her last ounce of strength.
Got it.
No, that's wrong.
Okay, it was right. It was right in my thoughts.
Mahiru didn't block the door. Her death was instant.
Instant death?
According to my autopsy, yes, there's no doubt that Mahiru died instantly.
Oh man.
If you keep making shit up, I'll fucking kill you!
I'm sorry.
Fuyuhiko, you cannot do that. Only a coward threatens women.
I'm pretty sure her death was instant, too. I mean, her injury was only a single blow.
Yeah.
That's why Mahiru isn't the one who blocked the door. Someone else used her body to block it.
Someone else?
The killer, of course. They're the one who blocked the door with Mahiru's body.
Ah, you see. Ah, yes.
That's why there were bloody drag marks left on the floor.
Yes.
But why did the killer block the door?
Just ask Hiyoko. She's the killer after all.
Seriously, that's not true! Let's assume Hiyoko is the killer. Wouldn't that mean she's also the one who dragged the body?
Yeah.
If she handled a body that bloody, I think her clothes or skin would have been stained with blood.
Yeah.
Huh? But when I saw her, she was clean.
See? I told you I wasn't the killer! Yay! With this, my innocence has been proven!
I won't let you look down on me.
What the fuck? That was.
We haven't decided that yet.
Hey, Fuyuhiko. Why do you keep insisting that Hiyoko is the killer?
Shut up! I'm telling you, she's the killer! That little bitch is definitely the killer!
Alright. I can't remember how to do this exactly. I think it's W is Z, right?
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I could think of.
Yeah.
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I could think of. If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I could think of.
Oh.
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I could think of.
I'm trying to get. Okay. I think I know what I'm gonna do, but I don't want
If
to.
Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I could think of.
Thank God I got it.
If Hiyoko moved the body, then she should be covered in blood.
So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside the beach house. After she moved the body, she just... The fact that Hiyoko was at the beach house can be proved. Did you get all that, you bastard?
Alright, retreat.
Damn it!
Okay.
If Mahiru didn't block the door, Then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of.
Okay.
If Hiyoko moved the body, then she should be covered in blood.
Yeah.
So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside the beach. After she moved the body, she just washed it off in the shower.
There it is.
Allow me to cut through those words.
There it is.
No, washing it off in the shower is impossible, because the shower in the beach house was out of order.
Out of order?
I'm terribly sorry. I haven't had any time to actually repair it.
Then maybe she took her clothes off to move the body, and when she was done, she put them back on.
She can't put on her thing.
Are you saying I did something that perverted?
How is Sharon perverted? Hiyoko took her clothes off for committing murder. No. Oh, committing murder. Oh, no. She can't get dressed
I see.
by herself, yeah.
Listen to me, Fuyuhiko. Hiyoko mentioned this before. Which means Hiyoko can't change by herself. It's impossible for her to put on and take off her clothes.
Ah.
What?
You idiot. You fucking idiot.
Oh yeah, she couldn't even tie her sash on her own. That's why she couldn't take a bath and smelled bad.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't smell, and it only smelled a little.
Oh, wasn't changing inside the beach house prohibited in the first place?
Ah, yes it is.
Yes, if you broke the rules, I'm pretty sure Monokuma wouldn't have kept quiet.
Damn right! I'm such a stickler for the rules that even safari park rangers want nothing to do with me.
Ah, yes.
If she didn't change her clothes, then what did Hiyoko do with the blood that got on her?
Like I've been saying, the blood wasn't on me in the first place, because I never touched Mahiru's body.
Hey, if you think about it the other way around, does that mean whoever was covered in blood is suspicious?
Oh.
Because if so, I believe Akane was soaked with blood when we all met up to go to the beach.
Yeah, but she said she was with Nekomaru, and I think Nekomaru can test it.
Didn't I tell you that was because I got beat up by Coach Nekomaru?
I can attest to that.
Yeah.
If I hadn't gotten that rough with her, she never would have backed down.
Doubting me, of all people. You got some nerve. All right, I'll bend your body in half so you're stuck in a bowing position for the rest of your life.
That actually sounds pretty cool!
Yeah, kind of
The hell it does!
Hey, more importantly, I'm okay now, right? It's okay that I'm not the killer?
Yeah, seems like it.
See, I already told you. There's no way I'd kill Mahiru. 'Cause Mahiru taught me how to wear a kimono, and she was very, very kind. There's no way I would kill a nice person like her. Why wouldn't you believe me earlier?
Okay, there was a lot of evidence in the artifacts.
You guys are stupid! Stupid!
This is why I hate children.
Hyoko, please don't cry. Everything is fine now, right? Shut the hell up, pig barf! I hope you get a hangnail and die!
Oh no.
I'm sorry for being pig barf.
I apologize. More importantly, Hiyuko's behavior earlier was definitely strange. Wait, earlier? You mean right now? Could it be because had I actually had done something else in mind?
Hey, Hiyoko. Now that our suspicions have been addressed, can you tell us the truth?
Huh?
Even though you're not the killer, you still went to the beach house, right?
Ah.
Like I said, it was a trap.
Yeah, I got that already, so... Can you give us the details about that trap?
I would like to know too. It might lead to some kind of clue.
It might, yes. Yes, it might.
Fine. You want me to talk, huh?
Yeah?
Earlier this morning, Mahiru was the one who came up to me. She asked if we could meet up later.
Huh?
Yeah.
But didn't you say earlier?
She didn't talk to me at all. Man, was...
Damn it! So that was a lie?
'Cause I thought it'd be doubted if I admitted it. So I figured it was better not to say anything.
So, what was your answer to Mahiru's invitation?
I told her it was fine. I mean, I didn't have a reason to say no. Unlike everyone else here, Mahiru was someone I wasn't embarrassed to be seen with.
You always have to say something snide.
Yes, she does.
At the time, we were supposed to meet around 2 p.m., but... Around noon, there was a letter inside my mailbox.
A letter?
Yeah, this one.
Okay, change place. I want you to come at 2 o'clock.
I saw this letter and went to the beach house at that time.
Letter had 200 together evidence, which was the other letter, right? Am I right?
I can prove it with this. This letter. Doesn't it look like its contents are different from the letter Mahiru had?
Yeah.
Mahiru's letter said to meet at 2:30 p.m. But in Hyoko's letter...
At 2 p.m.
Whoa! The meeting times are off.
It's also strange that both letters wanted to change their meeting spot to the beach house. It would be plausible if one of them said it, but for both letters to say the same thing?
Hyoko, since you wrote it, what do you think?
Like I said, I never wrote the letter. How many times do I have to tell you?
Well, at least the letter's forged by Killer, but which letter? Kyoko's the one who... Let's see. The one she says is the one that she wrote, she never wrote. She never wrote the one Mahiru had. Mine sounds a bit off.
Damn it!
Oh, no, I clicked the wrong one. It's the one that Mahiru had. I'm an idiot. Wait.
Damn it!
Does that mean it's either... Wait, or they both forged?
I see!
The killer must have forged both letters.
The killer forged them so they could manipulate their actions. Yeah, that's how we should think about it.
That seems very likely. In fact, if you compare both letters... Confirmed! Just as I assumed, the handwriting is the same. The content of the letters matches too.
Like this part. I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. This part. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. And this part. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while. The killer forged both of those letters.
In doing so, they were able to control Hyoko and Mahiru to do their bidding, like a netherworld puppeteer.
So they completely tricked me. And then... Mahiru's killer! How mean! Give me back Mahiru!
Really? This is really terrible. I've offered to help so many times. But the killer this time didn't discuss their plan with me at all.
Shut the fuck up.
It's all my fault. I'm so ashamed of being unreliable.
Here we go again. Once we let our guard down, this happens.
Yeah.
We can just lightly punch him to death later.
Yay.
So based on what the letter said, you went to the beach house at 2 p.m., right, Hiyoko?
What's most important is what happened afterward. What on earth happened there?
I fell asleep.
Perfect.
Why'd you fall asleep? It's not like I wanted to. I think I was forced to get a whiff of some kind of medicine or something.
Medicine?
That medicine, could it be? Did they get it from the drugstore? I thought that place seemed unsafe. They even have prescription medicines laying out in the open.
If you were aware of that from the start, you should have done something about it.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Please don't scream at me.
When I woke up, I was inside a small closet. And when I rushed out, I saw Mahiru's body.
And that's why you ran out of the beach house in such a panic!
I was scared. I was really, really scared. Really scared that I couldn't help, but... The killer probably planned to frame Hiyoko from the start.
Ah.
And for that reason, they summoned Hiyoko before Mahiru, put her to sleep, and shoved her inside the closet.
So their reason for blocking the door with Mahiru's body was to make Hiyoko leave her footprints as evidence.
Everything was done to frame Hiyoko as the killer.
Yes.
That's horrible! I didn't do anything wrong, and I was framed by Mahiru's killer!
Hiyoko, please do not cry. We believe you.
Is it really okay to believe her so easily? She might be faking those tears, you know.
This'll never end if you keep being so suspicious.
Isn't that what a class trial is all about? The only way to survive is to be suspicious. This is where we go to thoroughly doubt each other. So if you believe in each other so easily, then there's definitely something wrong with you.
You're wrong, Fuyuhiko. We aren't supposed to doubt each other here. We're supposed to work together.
Yeah.
The class trial is where we cooperate with each other, work hard, and aim for victory. The killer and everyone else. Two hopes attempting to grasp the one true hope. Two hopes clashing with each other is poetry in motion. That is what a class trial should be.
Seriously, which side are you on?
I'm on the side of the absolute hope that can overcome any despair. And I believe that absolute hope exists at the point where two hopes clash.
I'm dying.
Your stance is neither white nor black, but gray, and you do not yearn for your life, or even for...
Jeez, I wish he'd just side with the enemy already so I can believe what he's saying!
Yeah.
Let's stop. Believing every little thing Nagito says is a waste of time.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, we need to figure out who Mahiru's killer is.
There should be a new clue contained in what Hiyoko has told us. So, let us believe Hyoko's words and discuss it once again with everyone.
Yep. The debate proceeds when you assume you can believe each other. Good job. That's the right way. That's the splendid power of teamwork.
Silence.
Hey, what do you think of that, Monokuma? I'm not gonna let you have the outcome you want. Hey. Hey.
Thank you.
Whoa. He's sleeping.
No, he's not.
Dumbasses. You bastards don't know anything. If you're stupid enough to trust each other, the only thing waiting for you is the bitter truth.
Very truth. That may be true, but even so, we can't just stand around here all day. Even if it lies ahead is a cruel ending, the only thing we can do is move forward. Unless we reveal who among us is Mahiru's true killer. There's no way we'll survive. And that's when I pause until the next part. And we have returned to the trial.
I I'm
Ah,
mowing
god
it,
damn it.
and my heart is throbbing like crazy now.
I may have forgotten about this part.
To think that the person who killed the wonderful Mahiru Koizumi is in this room.
You guys are gonna deal with this for me, fuck y'all.
Impossible! Impossible! That's so impossible! There's no way I can believe that! Ugh, I can't do anything. How annoying. But I'm just gonna believe in everyone. That's the least I can do. Everyone do your best. Don't lose to yourselves. And don't forget to save regularly.
Well, now that we've decided to believe Hyoko, now what?
Yeah.
If the killer was luring Hyoko into a trap, then something that was used there might be a clue.
Do you mean the letter?
Yes.
No, it
What?
was probably the gummy.
Huh? Candy can be a clue?
Hey,
Where have you been?
when you woke up, was the gummy already there?
Now that you mention it, I feel like it wasn't.
Just as I thought.
Just as you thought?
If the killer planted evidence while Hyoko was there, she would have thrown it away if she found it.
Which means the gummy was placed inside the closet after Hyoko fled from the beach house?
The killer returned to the scene of the crime? After I left?
They wouldn't have to do something that troublesome as long as they hid somewhere within the beach house.
That's impossible! There's nowhere to hide!
There's the...
I even glanced inside the shower room
Oh.
as I was running away, but there was nobody there.
Then, does that mean the killer came back?
I wonder. At any rate, the solution to that problem is connected to what really happened. That's what I think.
I want to play a new game. Is that what you're thinking? No, I was not. I was like, where could it be? This is so we've prepared for production for you. Product for you. You'll dive into your own brain logically and insert the series. Okay, logic dive. Your task is to go final sideways the mouse and accelerate the control keys. Okay. Right mouse to brake, left mouse to jump. And here's home surgeon. Okay. Alright, let's see. Must be important problem. And just focus, alright. Alright. Oh, I forgot this whole... It was before. Oh god. I'm guessing after. Considering we plan on evidence, I'm pretty sure it's after, right? Alright. No, because she would have seen someone on the beach. So it has to be the beach house, right?
It's all coming together! Do you think the killer might have been hiding?
You spent all that time thinking just to say something so pointless. How disappointing. Didn't I just say there was nowhere to hide? Do I have to explain it in another language so you can understand?
Her personality got a hell of a lot more forceful once she stopped being a suspect.
Yes, it did.
No, there should have been a place for them to hide. A place you didn't look, Hiyoko.
What are you saying? Stop being annoying or I'm gonna make Akane bop you on the head and shut you up for good!
I really don't want it to happen to me. I need answer by any means. Place for Hiyoko didn't look. She looked in there. She can't open it. The only other place is in here.
Here!
The killer was probably hiding in the closet.
The closet? That's where I was locked up!
After you woke up, you said you rushed out of there, right? Then you
Yeah.
probably didn't look inside the closet very carefully.
But could two people even hide in such a small place? And without Hiyoko knowing?
That's why the killer made sure to arrange a hiding place.
Your hiding place, evidence, a one place, hiding closet. It's for me between this and this. I don't see a killer game. Can I get up there?
Crap!
Oh damn! I clicked on that thing again.
Crap!
This?
Here!
Oh.
What about
big
the
brain.
surfboard case in the closet? I'm pretty sure they could have hidden in there.
Huh? Inside the surfboard case?
Yes.
But the shelf it was on, it was pretty messy, don't you think?
Oh, then they were.
Two surfboards were stacked on the top shelf. And there were surfboards that weren't even in a case. The killer probably did that on purpose to secure a hiding place.
Oh. These are some big brain moves.
Cause we haven't been on this island that long, so the closet shouldn't have been that messy, I think.
Yes.
Then, the killer was close to me during that time?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Knock the fuck
they were
out.
quietly holding their breath and hiding very close to you.
It's kind of like in for a penny, in for a pound, so to speak.
Yeah.
Don't you mean it's always darkest under the lighthouse?
I shouldn't say things I don't understand, like, so to speak.
Anyway,
Why
the
is
killer
it
hid
so
silently,
no.
and after making sure Hiyoko left, they finally left the surfboard case.
I agree with that as well.
Seriously, nobody asked what you think.
There's no way the
true.
killer would leave Hiyoko by herself if they were trying to frame her. If Hiyoko was left alone and ruined the evidence the killer had planted, it would have messed up their plan. Instead, it makes more sense to think that the killer was hiding in the beach house. What?
Saying whatever you want, even if we didn't ask. All right, if you don't want to friggin' get punched, just stand still and let me punch ya!
Let her
Oh,
punch.
you shut up. Then, grit your teeth.
Sorry, Akane. It's not like that. Hey, Monokuma. Can I ask you about something that seems strange to me?
Everything's strange.
I believe Prince Shotoku was from the future. A man from the future is always directing the flow of history.
I'll listen to your story about men from the future some other time. As I recall, the body discovery announcement is made when 3 or more people discover a body, right? Is the killer also included? Among those 3 or more people?
Ah, that's true. I want to know this.
Yeah, that's true, but, something like that is basically what it's supposed to be.
You don't sound very articulate.
Jeez, you're pretty annoying for noticing something like that. I know it sounds like an excuse, but the body discovery announcement isn't supposed to be used for deduction. It's intended to create a fair trial. It's supposed to let everyone know a body has been found.
So you're saying it's unfortunate that I used it for deduction?
I understand your excuse, but depending on who actually found the body, it's possible that your 3 or more people rule could be deadly.
Well, as long as I keep things ambiguous, I can respond to situations with some flexibility.
Flexibility, huh? So what about this time? Is it 3 people including the killer or not?
Jeez, fine! You want me to say it? It doesn't include the killer this time, okay? All done.
Which means 3 people other than the killer discovered Mahiru's body.
Yes.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I just thought it was somewhat strange. More importantly, let's get back to our original topic.
You're the one who went on a tangent.
Yeah.
We were just saying the killer was hiding in the surfboard case, right?
And after Hyoko ran away, the killer got to enjoy the simple life of destroying evidence.
However, before we proceed any further, there's something
hamsters.
we have to make clear.
The hamsters?
The killer blocked the roadside door with Mahiru's body before Hyoko ran away. But what about the blood?
Now that you mention it, that mystery hasn't been solved yet.
It's going to be all right. If you guys have come this far, I'm sure you can discover that answer too.
All right.
Now, let's start the argument, shall we?
All right. Truth flash. If you hold. Oh. Oh no, yeah, that. Considering you guys talking about now, I'm assuming this has to do with this trial. And since I don't have my page open, I'm gonna just... I gotta open that again. The achievement points. Okay, so I'm using for people. It's not the shower. This is the only bullet. Of course.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right?
Uh-huh.
So washing it off would have been impossible.
They didn't have to use the shower. Oh, what about the wetsuits in the closet?
Wetsuits?
Maybe they wore one when they moved the body. If they used something other than the shower...
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
They cut it up and floosh.
As someone who flushes their shit every morning, I can declare it would definitely clog the toilet.
Maybe it's the other way around.
What do you mean?
Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body?
Maybe they were able to wash it off.
Okay, figure it out.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right?
No.
So washing it off would have been impossible.
They didn't have to use the shower. Oh, what about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body. If they used something other than the shower...
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
Oh, fuck.
They cut it up and floosh.
As someone who flushes their shit every morning, I can declare it would definitely clog the toilet.
Maybe it's the other... Perhaps someone other...
Maybe they were able to wash it off.
How do you absorb again? I literally just fucking read this. For fuck's sakes, I'm a dumbass.
Maybe they simply...
They couldn't use the so washing it off...
They didn't have to... maybe they wore one...
If they used something other than the shower...
Alright, got it.
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit? They cut it up and...
As someone who it would definitely clog...
Maybe it's the other... Perhaps someone other...
Maybe they were able to wash it off.
What did the killer do?
Maybe they simply...
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
No, that's wrong!
Wait, how far am I into this trial? Oh, I'm actually not that far off. Holy shit.
If they just needed to wash off the blood,
I don't know
they
who
didn't
it is, though.
necessarily
I just
have to use the shower.
Going order by order.
They could have just as easily used something else.
Something other than the shower.
Second under shower to use the wash up. Possibly was. What's a squall? The sea. I mean, that could be reasonable. Sand. No, that's. It's between the sand. No, it didn't. If it was sand, you would have seen bloody footprints going towards the sea. I mean, it was you would have. Yeah, so, no, it can't be.
I see.
What is a squall? I have no idea.
Drinks inside the refrigerator. Couldn't the killer have used those to wash off the blood?
I've seen through it.
What?
In theory, but that's impossible.
Why?
Try to remember the refrigerator carefully, and then you will understand that there's no possible way the drinks in the refrigerator were used.
How? What do I got? Prince real bad and trash. The only ones I ever use are the trash can, and the iron bar. But I don't think an iron bar is gonna be able to like work in this situation.
It's true there were drinks in the beach house refrigerator.
Oh shit, that's right.
However, try think one bottle. It wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood.
I can't back down.
Got it. I just remembered how to play
You can't assume they used just one drink. They could have used a bunch of them to wash it off.
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water. There were only flavored drinks with colored dyes. If you use those to wash blood off, the blood won't come off and your body will get... It will leave, especially if you used a lot. That alone would raise suspicion.
Could be the first allocation of this. Oh!
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were only flavored drinks with color. If you use those to wash blood off, the blood won't come off and your body... It will leave, especially if you used a lot. That alone would raise suspicion.
Alright, okay,
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles in the refrigerator.
Oh.
Crap! Didn't I say it was impossible?
Oh.
There were no water bottles in the refrigerator. There were only flavored drinks with colored dyes. If the blood won't come off, and it will leave, especially if you used a lot. That alone would raise suspicion. Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles in the refrigerator. There were only flavored drinks with colored dyes. If you use those to wash, the blood won't come off and your body will... It will leave, especially if you... That alone would raise suspicion.
I know what it is. I know what it is.
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles in the... There were only flavored drinks with colored... If you use those to... The blood won't come off and your... It will leave, especially if you use... That alone would raise suspicion.
I know what it is. I know what it is. It won't let me... Yeah, mouse wheel. What the fuck?
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles in the refrigerator.
There you go.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Fuck's sakes, man. It wouldn't let me... I had to click it. I don't think I...
No. There were water bottles inside the refrigerator.
Yeah.
How many times do I have to tell you? There were no water bottles in there whatsoever.
That was after the incident, right? But before the incident, there were water bottles in the fridge. And the killer took all of those water bottles and used them to wash the blood off their body.
So you're saying the water bottles were gone? Because they were all used? That's a logical fallacy.
It's not a fallacy. There should have been evidence inside the trash can. Evidence like a lot of thrown away plastic water bottles. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Ah, you're right. These bottles look like they may have been filled with water.
Well, now that you mention it, when I went to the beach house a few days ago, I feel like I drank one of those plastic water bottles.
Huh? You should have said so sooner. Then, the plastic water bottles were used in place of the shower. Dousing your body with lots of water bottles is such a simple and easy to understand explanation.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Now that I think about it, they were soaked. And they did that only.
It seems you've realized who the killer is.
Oh, wait a minute. The only person who
See?
was fully wet?
Just as I thought.
No. No.
You know who the killer is?
No.
Is that true?
Why?
Let me ask. Who might that be?
God fucking damn it. If you're wondering, hey, someone's gonna say, hey, you already know because you're looking down and trying to find these answers. I'm only finding answers the ones I'm doing at the moment. After that, I just don't care. Like, whatever, everything else sends, I'm just like, oh, well, I'm not gonna pay attention to that for now. Fucking hell. Which side? Is it the side fast or the other side fast? It's the other side that's faster. God. Oh, god damn it, that was that close.
You're the only one! Pecco. Is it you?
Hey! What are you being quiet for? They're accusing you of being the killer!
Yeah.
Then I should ask you this. Why do you believe I'm the killer?
I remember when we were all meeting up to go to the beach. Your appearance when you came to the diner.
Haunting? Yeah.
If the killer really did wash the blood off with water bottles, they'd have to drench their entire body. But there were no towels in the beach house, and it would have taken a while for the water to fully air dry. So you said you went swimming so you'd have a cover story.
Don't just stay silent! Say something!
Hold on, you bastard!
Oh.
You saw her at the diner! You never saw her near the beach house, right? So maybe she really was swimming!
No one even saw her swimming.
No. I saw her.
Huh?
After I ran into you bastards at the diner, I crossed paths with her on my way home. So there's no doubt. She would have arrived at the diner from the opposite direction of the beach house.
Hold on. That's strange. Didn't you just say this earlier?
Which was... It was just a coincidence passage. Oh. Actually, you didn't see any. Oh.
You told me you didn't see anyone. Don't try to tell me you forgot about that.
He's like, this bitch.
Not so fast! It's too soon to decide she's a killer! We haven't established how the killer was able to leave the beach house!
That is true, that is true.
Now that you mention it, you're right.
Uh-huh.
The roadside door was blocked. And if it's impossible to leave from the beachside without leaving footprints, then how the fuck did the killer escape?
Why are you all fired up, Fuyuhiko? You're not the suspect. Pecco is.
Yeah.
Who cares about that? Answer me! If you have an explanation, then show me what you got!
Is this man simping? He's a simp. What a simp.
We might have an answer.
Huh?
Do you really? This mystery seems unsolvable.
Well, if Pecco is the killer, then I might just have an answer to that mystery.
I see. Then let's hear this alleged method of escaping the beach house.
First, let's establish how the killer escaped.
Yes. The killer escaped her. I might know what that is. In fact, the only possible thing to think of is that opening. Not the door. Not the... No, can't be that. The bathroom? Is there a bathroom? Closet? No. Yeah, the only
I
thing
see.
think of.
If the roadside and beachside doors aren't an option, the only other thing I can think of is... Well, nothing really. Except that small window in the shower room.
Oh.
Huh. Don't you know how high that window is? There's no way Pecco could have reached it.
But what if, for instance, she got help from someone?
That's
She
true.
might have reached it by riding someone's shoulders, but then that person would have been left behind.
Is it possible an object was used? A rope, for instance?
And what happened to the rope after they used it? And don't say something stupid like they threw it outside.
Of course not! That would violate the school trip rule!
Yeah, nothing.
Littering is prohibited. Even if it might be evidence, rules are still rules.
You see? There's no way they'd be able to escape from that window.
No, they just have to use an object.
Chiaki, don't fall asleep on us! We just said they couldn't use an object!
You did? I thought you were saying they couldn't dispose of an object.
Ah.
I see. You don't have to throw it away if you can just hide it somewhere on your body. Huh? Pekka was wearing a swimsuit, remember? Where would she even hide an object?
What
and
else?
if you say she hid it in her special place,
What?
I'll stab you in yours!
Bruh.
No! Please don't be violent!
Even if the killer used an object to escape out the window, they wouldn't have been rid of it. So the only thing to think of is the killer must hid it somewhere. In this case, okay, same object. Wait, what is it? Oh, okay. Oh, wrong thing again. Wrong button again. Shit. Oh, right. Sorry, I'm just fucking around now. Oh wait, it was this. I forgot how to spell. I forgot to spell the word. Shit, I'm dumb. Oh, motherfucker. Oh. I feel nothing but pain. I like colorful things.
I got it!
Bum bum bum. Sorry, I'm like, I am easily distracted.
Echo, you carry that bamboo sword on your back at all times, right? If I recall correctly, You had it then, too.
Yes.
Despite the fact that you had a swimsuit on, you were still wearing your bamboo sword.
Are you saying she used that bamboo sword to escape through the window?
Sword.
Yeah. Peko used that bamboo sword as a
Sword.
step stool and escaped out the window.
Sword as a step stool?
You see? I knew it! I knew it was a ninja! Didn't I tell ya? A ninja could have climbed that easily! Ninjas know a climbing trick where they lean their sword against a wall and use the handguard as a step stool.
Wow! Just like a Japanese ninja!
I think everyone except you is Japanese, Sonia.
Pretty sure.
Miss Sonia, ninjas only exist in Japan.
Well, it is a bamboo sword, but I'm sure a slender girl like Peko could easily use it to climb.
Well, Peko, do you have anything to say?
Whoa. I remember this.
Hold on a sec, you bastard!
What?
You're saying she used her sword as a step stool and went out the fucking window? Then what about the sword? It would have been left in the shower room and she wouldn't have been able to recover it, dumbass!
Fuyuhiko, why do you even care?
Yeah.
Shut up! Just shut the fuck up and answer me! If you have an answer, then fucking give it to me! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind!
Rico, why are you such a cunt, man?
Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard?
How the fuck do you do this again? Lock on attack, select my...
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Bastard!
I remember how to play
Got
this now.
proof, you bastard? I'll sell your fucking organs! You're pissing me off! You're pissing me off! Bastard! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind!
This is the end!
It's easy once you started that. Just wait.
If she used her bamboo sword as a step stool, she could have recovered it with her sword bag. When she leaned her sword against the wall to use as a step stool, she tied her sword bag to it. And after she climbed up to the window, as long as she hauled the bag up toward her,
Titties. I'm sorry, I had to mention it.
she
I went so
would
long
have been
without
able to
mentioning
recover
it.
her bamboo sword.
I had to mention tits.
I see. Not just the bamboo sword, but even the sword bag, too. She used them both to escape. Akane said she's like a ninja, but it's nothing as silly as that. Simply put, only Peko could have performed this feat. An escape plan befitting of the ultimate swordswoman. Even so, how disappointing. If you'd only let me work with you, it would have been an even greater plan.
No! You just back off!
Is it true? Did you really kill Mahiru?
Hold on! You're just making assumptions! You don't have any proof. I won't accept this unless there's proof! Got it, you bastard?
It's fine.
Huh?
I said it's fine. Saying anything more would just be an exercise in futility.
She admitted just now, right? She admitted to me. She admitted why he was killed, right? But is this right? I don't know if Fuyuhiko's the one arguing against Heko just meant to so
Among flowers, the cherry blossom. Among men, the samurai. I commend your decisiveness, at least. Very well. If you admit it, this ends now. Let's cast our votes.
Agreed. Hurry up and vote.
Hold on. Let me confirm one thing first.
Yes.
Can it wait until after the voting?
This is important, and it relates to the voting. It's about Peko's motive.
My motive?
In the end, you had no connection to the events depicted in the Twilight Syndrome murder case, right? Then, why did you kill Mahiru?
So it's about that. I must say,
No.
it was for the sake of justice.
Oh my god, I realized where this is going.
Justice?
In order to protect the justice of this world.
Really?
I do not sully my hands to satisfy personal grudges. There is only one reason I kill.
Where's the mask?
For the sake of protecting justice.
What are you saying?
Justice is what makes humans human. It's a virtue that human beings should be proud of.
Where's the mask?
Justice is the eternal sun and the enduring moon.
Hello! Earth to Peko!
I can't snap. I don't know how.
If justice ever disappeared from this world, the world would immediately freeze and people's smiles would vanish. I will not allow that.
It's fine. Just stop it.
Justice must always be there to guide us, to shine bright above our heads.
Sonia's probably having a good
I'm
day.
telling you to stop it.
So I must fight. I must continue to fight to protect justice.
Could she be?
As the light of justice shines upon my mask, I expose the hearts of malevolent evil. Justice complete! The center of justice that is
I like
pierced
this
by
music.
justice. The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky. That would be me. Sparkling justice!
Wait, where the fuck?
Now then, let's execute justice!
Wait a minute.
What? What the fuck?
Same.
Peko, what are you doing?
I do want to say one thing. This is actually just something I found out because, yeah, you guys don't know, I'm a Catholic. This has nothing to do. This actually kind of has something to do with this. It's nothing I'm going to tell you, hey, change religions. I'm just going to say this. Last week, I found out there's a Catholic saint called Chad. By that definition, if you understand, Catholics are the Chads of religion, while everyone else is virgins. I'm sorry.
I am sparkling justice!
I have to go.
In the name of sparkling, shining justice, I have come to deliver justice!
What's going on? What's this? Chill.
Peko finally snapped!
Yeah.
Everyone, please be careful. Sparkling Justice is a serial killer who claims to be an ally of justice. Clad in her various hero masks, she is a serial killer who exclusively targets other criminals. She is supposed to be... but... huh?
What?
An ally of justice? So that's why you're wearing a mask!
This mask is the dividing line. Just like various idols, the sun is revered because it lies just beyond your grasp. Justice should also be the same.
I don't get it, but this is becoming really crazy.
Yeah. What the heck is this? Peko is a killer. Why is she turning out? Why is it turning out like this?
This is turning out to be a surprising turn of events.
Look at my life. I'm fucking dying.
Stop it.
Hey! Now's not the time for you to be sleeping. Take a look. It's a killer. Hey.
This again?
Huh? Sleepwalking? So what's your answer to my previous question? Why did you kill Mahiru?
Yes.
This world must always be bathed in the light of justice. I must not allow even one shadow. Evil must be eliminated immediately.
Hey, go for Hiko then.
No matter what, I must not overlook evil.
Evil? Are you saying Mahiru is...
If you knew about that incident, then you must have played the game. Am I right?
And because of that, I was able to find the killer's accomplice hiding on this island like a sewer rat.
Then, the reason you killed Mahiru was...
To protect justice, of course. In
In
order to protect justice, I have become its merciless sword. And executed justice.
Holy crap! She's such a stereotypical psychopath!
She's so gross!
Peko, is this your true identity?
My true identity? I have already forgotten who I am.
Alright.
It just shows my determination. My determination to protect by throwing away what's most important. I'm willing to become anybody to shower this world with justice.
Oh,
fucking...
I can't stand this anymore! Let's just end this farce already!
The fucking faces are getting me for some reason. End it. He's right. This needs to end already. Killer, in the end, there's no mistake he was Peko all along.
Let's go over this incident one more time and then let's end this.
Alright. On the morning of this end, okay, let's see. These could be anywhere. Okay, let me see if where any of them are. This one is still not. Okay, so this one's definitely not one considering this there. Nah. That one belongs there, definitely. Be island. This one's not it because it was over there. I can watch off the foot. is it this one? Okay. Okay, got it. Got one. Oh, now that one's there, so. Okay. Oh, okay, that one's already there. Okay, so it's not this one. Okay, so it's this one. I'm guessing this one's right there. Yes, okay, thank God. Connie color. I don't think that one's one. But it's. Alright. Okay. Last stop. Okay, so we're down to the last one. Okay, since we're already here, might as well. Footprints. Met with. Okay.
Here's everything that happened in this case. The incident began this morning when Mahiru spoke to Hyoko.
Yes.
Mahiru most likely played Twilight Syndrome Murder Case, the video game provided to us as the motive.
Yes.
She probably wanted to discuss it with someone else who also appeared in the game as a character. Hyoko accepted Mahiru's invitation, and they promised to have a more detailed conversation about it later. However, someone else overheard their exchange. The killer.
Yes.
The killer eavesdropped on their conversation and used their promise to devise a specific murder plan. By preparing a specific item, they planned to manipulate the two's actions.
Yes.
That item was the letters. They sent fake letters to both Mahiru and Hyoko. The letter Mahiru received told her to come to the beach house at 2:30 p.m. And the letter Hyoko received told her to come to the beach house at exactly 2 p.m.
Yes.
By providing different times, the killer was able to lure them to the beach house separately. Hyoko totally trusted that letter, showed up at the beach house at 2 p.m., just like it said.
Yes.
And was drugged into unconsciousness by the killer lying in wait. After putting Hyoko to sleep, the killer immediately hid her inside the closet. So they could frame her as the killer later.
Yes.
At 2:30 p.m., Mahiru arrived at the beach house. She was completely unaware that she'd been targeted for murder. Approaching her from behind, the killer struck the defenseless Mahiru with a specific weapon. The metal bat that was left at the scene of the crime.
Bonk.
The bat was brought down onto the back of Mahiru's head, and with that, she took her last breath.
Sorry, I had the opportunity for a bonking moment.
According to Mikan's autopsy, Mahiru died instantly, so she probably never knew who killed her. With that, the killer achieved their goal of killing Mahiru and began to tamper with the crime scene. They dragged Mahiru's body so that it blocked the door leading to the road.
Yes.
Also, the mask found at the scene of the crime was something the killer personally left. I'm not really sure why. My guess is it's something similar to a calling card.
Oh.
That's how the crime scene we discovered was created. However, by moving Mahiru's body, the killer got blood splatter on them. Plus, the shower room had no water because it was out of order, so they couldn't wash it off. But the killer expected something like that to happen. Instead of the shower, the killer used something else to wash the blood off their body. They used plastic water bottles that were inside the beach house refrigerator. We can assume they carried the bottles to the shower room before the sequence of events had happened. In place of showering, they washed the blood off their body with water bottles instead. However, they had no choice but to dispose of the empty bottles in the beach house's trash can. Littering is against the rules, and it would have taken too much time to throw them away somewhere else.
Yeah.
After the killer washed off the blood, they hid in a specific spot inside the closet Hiyoko was in. The killer hid inside the surfboard case that they had already emptied beforehand. After some time had passed, the sleeping drug used on Hiyoko wore off, and she woke up. I can imagine how badly Hiyoko must have panicked when she came out of the closet. I mean, she made plans to see Mahiru, who lay dead right in front of her. From the shock and panic of being considered a murder suspect, Hiyoko fled from the beach house. Because of that, she left footprints in the sand. Everything was a trap set by the killer to frame her. After Hiyoko left, the killer finally came out of the surfboard case.
Yes. Gummy.
And placed a gummy that they brought with them to shift our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Ironically, placing that gummy is what helped clear our suspicion toward Hiyoko.
Ba-dum-bum.
Finally, the killer began preparing to escape from the beach house. They couldn't risk leaving their footprints in the sand, so they escaped the beach house using a different route. The small window in the shower room. However, that window is rather high up and can't be reached easily, which is why the killer used the bamboo sword they always carry with them. The killer took the bamboo sword out of its bag, tied the bag to the sword's handle, and used the sword as a step stool to reach the small window while holding the sword bag in their hand. As long as they're able to reach the window, all they had to do was pull the bag to retrieve the sword. And so the killer left the beach house and appeared before us as if nothing had happened. But their wet hair and swimsuit didn't dry right away. There also weren't any towels at the beach house. So when the killer met up with us, they said they had been swimming for a while as an excuse. So how about it? This is the truth behind the incident you caused. Isn't that right, Peko Pekoyama?
My chair's
I
broken.
see. And what of it?
She's like totally cool with it.
I haven't done anything to be ashamed of.
What are you saying? You killed Mahiru!
Wrong! I punished evil in the name of justice.
Catfish.
That's no reason to condemn me.
Whatever. Let's hurry up and vote so we can freaking kill this weird, crazy bitch.
Oh.
There's no way you can kill me. Justice can never be killed. You should all know that as well.
What are you saying?
To protect what's most important to you, you must be prepared to throw away something equally important. Understand?
I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
You're still locked out back there.
Then I shall be direct. Justice must carry on. In order to keep justice, to keep me alive, you all must give up your lives.
Death is PogChamp.
Are you serious?
It's not serious. It's justice. I fall here, who will combat the evils of this world? Now, follow your hearts of justice that reside within you all, and save my life to protect justice! Hurry, and carry on justice!
Give me a break! Who's gonna die for you?
If we let Peko go, we're all gonna get killed!
For the sake of grand justice, a few sacrifices are unavoidable.
Oh.
A few sacrifices? That's...
Don't worry. The justice that you give your life to protect will never go to waste.
I can't stand her anymore! Let's vote already and execute her!
However, before we do that...
Monokuma, the vote! Hurry up and let us vote already!
I'm awake!
Did he?
He finally woke up!
I've heard your story! Well, I wasn't listening, but who cares? Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote! Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Such heart-pounding excitement!
Murder time? Murder time.
Pardon me, can we please have a little more time? Pardon me. Can we have a little bit more time? Please let us continue our discussion.
Continue our discussion? But isn't the voting over?
Yes, but I cannot help but feel strange. Something about this is definitely strange.
Strange? What do you mean? There's no doubt that Peko is the killer.
That is true. However...
As a serial killer enthusiast, you're wondering if Peko is really sparkling justice, am I right?
Huh?
Hey, Miss Sonia isn't a serial killer enthusiast. She just has a little more passion about them than most.
So she's just a killer enthusiast.
That makes her an enthusiast!
You see? Even the crazy one.
Honestly,
not crazy,
it felt
but she's
strange
more-
to me
she's
too.
more weird.
I mean,
It's just quirky.
there's a distinct difference between what we know about sparkling justice and Peko, right?
Distinct difference?
You know, Sonia describes sparkling justice like this.
Justice complete! The center of justice that is pierced by justice! The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky! That would be me! Sparkling justice!
What the heck was that?
Otherwise, was the not gender, nationality of it. He said it's translated, so that means he can't be.
I see.
At the moment.
That's right. According to what Sonia said,
The article was written in their native language, so I tried to translate it.
if she had it translated, that means it wasn't written in English, right?
Huh? Yes, the magazine I read was written in Spanish.
Olé.
So, Sparkling Justice's catchphrase was no doubt written in Spanish as well. Which means the journalist and Sparkling Justice are both...
From Spain?
What?!
At the time, I completely misunderstood. When I first heard those same killers, genocide jackets. We don't speak about Toko in this household. Me assuming both serial killers from the same country. But that wasn't the case. So.
Peko, you're not sparkling justice. There's no way that's possible.
I'm sorry.
Or, if you insist that you're sparkling justice, can you try saying that catchphrase in Spanish?
Would you be able to do that?
It appears that the time has come for this mask to come off. However, that's perfectly fine. It's no longer necessary. And even if you find out now, it's too late for you all to do anything about it. My duty has already been finished. My duty as a tool has already been completed in full.
Uh-huh. Looks like she's back to normal?
That mask has fulfilled its purpose, just as I have.
What do you mean? Fulfilled its purpose too late? What are you getting at?
Now that you've already cast your votes, is what it means.
Huh?
Hey, be clearer! We're asking you what your purpose was!
I have no purpose. I am just a mere tool.
Tool? What do you mean?
Is it she?
She called herself a tool, which means someone else used her then?
Of course. A tool cannot do anything on its own.
I see. I finally understand. Well, I did have a sneaking suspicion all along.
What do you mean?
I mean, besides Peko and Hiyoko, someone else was also at the beach house.
Someone else?
There is proof that establishes that fact. Try to remember it.
The person was silencing the crime. Middle bad let's see, Peko doesn't count. And the two people were there who saw the body after it that aren't black, and there's to be 3 or more. And the other 2 of them are Kazuichi and Hiyoko, which means there's who was the third person?
I see.
That's who it is. Sorry, I'm on Reddit now.
Are you talking about the body discovery announcement?
Yep, that's right. I mean, didn't Monokuma say so earlier?
Yeah, the blacken doesn't count.
That announcement is made when at least 3 people discover a body. And in this particular case, the killer, Peko, is not one of those 3. If that's the case, it would mean only Hiyoko and Kazuichi discovered the body, but...
I see. That leaves us 1 person short.
So that means there was 1 more person in the beach house!
Plus, the fact that Monokuma tried to hide that truth from us by being flexible with his own rules.
Yeah.
That's such a vital clue that it could alter the outcome of the trial. Like an accomplice, for example.
No, that's not it.
Huh? Am I wrong?
What?
Yes, from your basic way of thinking about it, you are wrong. Didn't I tell you? I'm just a tool. That means I'm just a simple tool to be used by that person.
Therefore, person would have the strongest motive out of anybody else here, right?
Considering you've been bitching about her not being a murderer.
You're the only one! Is it Fuyuhiko?
I see. Now I finally see the connection. The connection between the motive and the incident.
But even if it's the motive, it's just a game, right? There's no reason to believe it's even true. Would you call a game like that a strong motive?
No, yeah. Wait, what's the problem again? I wasn't paying attention for a second. Proof that too, okay. What was it? Was it... Oh! Okay.
I can prove it with this!
Sorry, I'm still on Reddit, man.
I didn't think it was necessary to confirm it if it didn't have anything to do with Mahiru's murder, but... There's no doubt that game is based on actual events. That much is clear if you saw the ending prize. The photos awarded for beating the game are not actual in-game screenshots. They're all actual photos, with the surrounding scenery cropped out.
Yeah.
You knew all along, Fuyuhiko, didn't you? You knew whether or not the first victim in the game was actually your little sister, right? Because whoever beat the game first and received the ending prize. It was the envelope, right? The person who received the ending prize. It was you, wasn't it?
If you were shown a photograph of your sister's dead body, you'd have no choice but to believe it. Even so, you wanted to deny the truth. That's why you sent those photos to Mahiru to confirm it.
Hey! Why are we talking about Fuyuhiko? Who cares? 'Cause Peko is the killer, right? But we already voted.
That's why I told you. You're all too late.
Oh.
As I said before, I exist as nothing more than a tool. I had no motive for killing Mahiru. No reason. I was simply used as a tool. As long as I am a tool, I cannot defy my orders.
Hey! What's going on? Can anyone give me a simpler explanation?
My brain is, like, empty.
It means I'm not the killer. The true killer, who used me as their weapon to kill Mahiru Koizumi, was Fuyuhiko Kuzuryu.
What?
What the hell?
I see. That's what you were aiming for all along.
No, I have no aim. But my young master does. My young master planned this from the start.
Young master?
That is the truth of this case. I'm sure you realize it by now, but it's too late. You cannot undo the vote.
That's a problem. If Peko's allegation holds up, that means our vote was incorrect.
In that case, the person who gets to live is...
Just... me?
That's nuts! No matter how you look at it, that's completely insane!
How would Peko be a tool in the first place? Peko is a legitimate human being!
That's not for you to decide. It's for The votes have been cast.
Sorry, I'm getting
All we
distracted by
can do
Discord.
now is wait
We're in
and
Discord.
see what
Reddit.
Monokuma
Fuck,
decides.
I'm always on Unit Ghosts too.
What the hell?
I'm just being super quiet, just like scrolling on my phone and shit. I always gotta be college. Never mind. I got to ask some college. The fuck am I talking about?
I'm in a bind, and what a bind it is. I guess for now, let's take a quick recess. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
I don't want a commercial break. Although there were some twists and turns along the way, the one who killed Mahiru Koizumi is... Oh, hold up a second. Okay,
Sorry.
Sorry, I'm just hesitating.
Hey!
There's no need to hesitate. No matter you look at it, Pekko's a killer. Why?
Hey!
Why? Well, it's obvious. You're not a tool. You're a freaking human being.
Well...
If I'm a human, and then I'm not a tool. That's what you're saying. You're wrong.
You just don't know.
Thank you. You don't know. You just don't know that there are people who only exist to be tools. People such as myself. Only exist to be tools.
Hey.
What does she mean, Fuyuhiko?
Yeah.
Pekko and I grew up together. We were childhood friends then.
No.
It is completely different than that. Right after I was born and abandoned by my family, the Kuzurio clan took me in.
I am nothing but a tool.
They gave me a reason to exist. To fulfill my duty as my young master's property.
What?
Property, you say. It means she's a hitman arranged by my clan to work directly under me.
If my young master is attacked, I must defend him as his shield. If he intends to kill, I must be his sword. That is my only reason for living. Before I am human, I am my young master's tool, first and foremost. Until this body of mine can no longer move, I shall fulfill my duty until the very end.
That is...
But that is... You are wrong. You are not a tool, Pekko. Because if you are a tool, then what was all that time we spent together?
Nothing.
Huh?
I was ordered by my young master to behave, just as I was ordered to interact with you all. What? Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We are just fellow high school students now. Right after arriving on this island, that is what my young master ordered me to do.
You fiend.
That is why you are hiding a relationship.
No.
It is not as if that started the moment we arrived on this island. Before that, my young master had already told me to hide a relationship. My young master loathed relying on his household's power. He even hates me, the tool given to him by his household.
I am nothing but a tool.
No matter what I'm told. Yeah. If my young master intends to kill, then it's only natural for me to act as a soul. Then, the one who tried to kill Mahiru isn't you. It was Fuyuhiko?
Damn it.
It is what it is. When I thought I beat that game, I was suddenly given these photographs.
Damn it!
I don't understand. Why is my sister in these photos?
Don't fuck with me!
And she's covered in blood. What does it mean? Why can't I remember? How come I don't even know if my sister is dead?
You...
I tried to confirm with Mahiru. And that's why you want to talk to her.
So...
Yeah, I sent her the photo because I wanted to sure she responded. But she never replied back to me. Knowing that, she started avoiding me too.
But...
I'm pretty sure Mahiru was confused too. I mean, we all were. Before anyone played the game, we didn't even know this incident had happened. That's why, even if we were told that we're connected to it, there's no way we could accept it. You know, when Mahiru spoke to Ibuki, she mentioned something about this.
Aww.
Let's be each other one.
Oh my!
Yeah, we want to. You know, it's pretty important. Be involved telling others.
Huh?
You sound pretty serious. Serious or not, I really can't really do anything about it on my own, so I wanted someone to speak about it.
But...
If I need to make amends, I would, but I don't even know how.
Are you serious?
That definitely sounds serious. I can cancel my beach plans for you. No, it's fine. It's important that everyone gets along anyway. Just tell him not feeling well. Plus, it doesn't have to be today. There's always tomorrow.
Oh.
She wanted to discuss how to make amends, but Hyoko was the only one who accepted the invitation. I should have gone too.
But
it was rather convenient for you, wasn't it, Fuyiko? You made use of your plans to meet each other alone. You could use Lou Mahiro into a trap, right?
hey,
By calling them both to the beach house, you were able to pin the blame on Hyoko.
What the?
Seriously, what the heck? An eye for an eye. That's the world I live in. My sister was murdered. If the reason that happened was because of some person here,
damn it!
I have no choice but to kill that person on my sister's behalf, right?
And so,
My young master thought of a plan and executed it. I wanted to use a bat as a murder weapon because in game, that was used to kill Girl E. For revenge, clubbing the person to death the same way my sister was killed seemed to make sense. Even if it ruined my disguise, it was the only thing I could do to avenge my sister.
That is...
So that's why he killed Mahiro with bat. Still, I believed her up to the very last minute that the game was just a work of fiction. But even so, that bitch.
Hey.
If that game's actually real, or you don't want to kill Girl E.
Why,
I
you...
don't want to hear about that.
But...
In fact, your sister's kill is terrible. It's unfortunate, but
Why?
you should have killed that girl.
Shut the hell
Who
up!
cares that? Just answer me. Why do you know about the game?
What are you
You
saying?
have no right to do that. No one has a right to judge others for their crimes. Revenge is just wrong.
Jeez.
Want me to be honest? This whole time, I was acting like a coward. Even when I called her Mahiro, I was still trying to find an excuse to not go through with the plan. Even after she said it to me, that all went out of the window. I got really pissed off and grabbed the metal bat I hid under the bench, but at that moment, the master called for me and made me kill Mahiro. Huh?
young master, I am finished.
What?
You're saying you killed him because you were ordered to. A tool is not defined by a tool, but by its actions. I don't get it at all.
Of course!
Of course you understand, because humans are completely different from one another. Everyone's birthplace and upbringing is different. So it's obviously possible for them to understand each other. So everyone just pretends to understand and pretends to be understood.
Be quiet.
Hey, you're too annoying. Can you just be quiet?
Yes, indeed!
Okie dokie, I'll quiet. Afterwards, just like my young master planned, I proceeded to tamper with the scene of the crime. However, I also considered the possibility of being found out. So in order to get you guys to make your own choice, I decided to use that serial killer story.
It cannot
You
be.
insisted you were sparkling justice in order to make us hasten our votes. So we fell for it. We fell for a trick all along. We fell for a trick all along. God fucking damn it. Wrong voices. That's right. You guys had made the wrong decision. You voted for me, a mere tool as the killer, unaware that my young master was the true killer.
That's obviously
Hold on,
wrong.
don't act like our loss hasn't been decided yet.
No.
You know, it should be said already, isn't that right, Monokuma?
This is troubling!
All this talk about Peko being a tool sounds pretty persuasive. When you approach it from various angles, it makes sense that Fuyuhiko is actually the true killer. Oh, I'm telling you, hold on. I'm telling you to hold on.
I see.
I see. So for Peko, Fuyuhiko himself is your true hope. Then, on his behalf, you killed Mahiro, and now you're trying to sacrifice us so you can protect him.
Great!
You would only go that far because he is your one and only hope.
Wrong.
I have no hope. I'm just a tool. Well, even if we ask her, she'll probably just play dumb anyway.
Now then.
I'm gonna ask someone else. Hey, Fuyuhiko, what do you think?
Huh?
About what?
Hey.
About Peko? Is Peko just a tool to you? Using that tool, surviving by sacrificing Peko and the rest of us. Is that your hope?
What?
Hold on.
What's the use of asking something like that?
What?
You seem distressed. Your tool doesn't panic like that, right?
Jeez.
Peko, be honest. Are you trying to protect Fuyuhiko of your own free will?
Hey.
Fuyuhiko, can you tell me the truth? The fact that she killed on your behalf, the fact that she lied to us by acting like the killer, are those all things you ordered her to do? Is that the truth?
Huh?
Fuyuhiko,
Yeah.
I know you hate her guts, but
Huh?
if you listen to Peko, we're gonna die.
Yeah.
I
I...
Young
have to tell him the truth. I was only following your orders. You just have to tell him that. Fuyuhiko. I mentioned this before, but... During lifespan, those idiots. Not entered. Plus, first you'll be held back by infection. By infection, when it's my time to kill. You're still saying that. Of course, I'll sacrifice the lives of everyone here who guarantees my survival. You don't really feel that way, right? You're not that kind of person. Besides, if you were, you wouldn't be hesitating like you are right now.
Young Master!
There's no need to hesitate, young master. Please, just tell him the truth. Young master, you were not ordered me. I just did as you told because I am a tool. Here you go. This could be considered your ultimate choice. Regardless, either way, you'll still lose Pekka, but
Hey!
if you insist that you're the killer like you said, you can sacrifice us and survive alone. Or would you rather reject Pekka and fight alongside us against despair? Which will be your help? Let us hear what you have to say.
Damn it!
Young Master, I am finished.
You? What the hell did you do? You already know, right? What's going to happen after you kill someone?
I did it because I know. There is no way I can let that happen to you.
Hey, Pekka. Do you remember what I told you when we first arrived on this island? Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now. You need to run. Got it? Just let me take the fall so you can get away.
Young Master, that is impossible.
Shut up! I'm ordering you not to worry about me!
There is no way I cannot worry about you. I am my young master's tool. A tool to protect my young master. Without an owner, the tool serves no purpose.
God damn it, we are done with that crap! Why won't you listen to what I'm saying?
Regardless, I will not flee. Besides, I'm fairly certain they'll discover the truth soon enough.
Then why did you...
I have a plan.
Huh? A plan?
Please do not worry. I promise I will keep my young master alive and return him safely home.
You idiot. What do you intend to do?
I intend to fulfill my duty as your tool. Now please, go! Hiyoko will be waking up soon. After you leave, I must block the door to the road with Mahiru's body. Hurry!
Damn it. You better run away. Got it? Just forget about me! Forget about the Kuzuryu clan! You better escape!
Come on, Fuyuhiko, please. Tell me the truth.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, Pekka. I guess I couldn't go through with it after all.
Young master!
I'm a disgrace.
Because if that's what actually I want, that's actually what I wanted to do to survive. I just feel shame of myself. It'd mean I can't live without depending on something. I just feel disgusted in myself.
Pekka.
And I admit that it means you really are just a tool to me. How many times did I tell you I don't want a tool given to me by the Kuzuryu clan?
Young master!
Uh-oh!
Oh my. So this is how it turned out.
Too bad!
I thought it was more brutal, heartless. Man, how disappointing. Which means everything happened thanks to her meddlesome actions.
Why you?
There's no way a human that meddlesome could ever be considered a tool.
Hey.
Monokuma, you knew all along, didn't you? You knew about what Pekka and Fuyuhiko discussed.
Jeez.
Well, it's obvious. It's obvious now. I mean, that's why you have surveillance cameras. We were just having fun, huh? was an act of depression. Desperation. Pecco's claim was surprisingly charming. Oh, you're the first to turn Flint's outcome to try like that. But too bad, you're definitely a killer. Pecco, the tool of the heart, is a killer. I'm gonna go right now. We'll finish this recording later, but I'm gonna go buy lunch. It's already 11 a.m. Sorry, I can't. I'm here. I'm doing. I would have just jumped in. I would have just jumped right into it, but the thing is, my chair is breaking apart as we speak, and it turns out the only place that sells sushi in my hometown is closed until the 9th of March, so they can clean. Which I find slightly annoying because it's the only sushi place, and I want to try sushi. I got until next month at least. Because anyway, it's a whole related thing. Fuck off, Pecco. I'm sorry. I couldn't refill your request, even though you did all that to provide me a chance to survive. But I had a feeling it would turn out like this.
Huh? Young master.
You have a kind heart, despite being a Yakuza. That's why you chose in your position, and constantly worry about it. For you to sacrifice someone else to just escape yourself. I believe you wouldn't accept that so easily. We've been together ever since we were children. Even the two will understand that.
What?
Then why?
Even so.
I wanted you to escape. I wanted to protect you.
Pecco.
I am terribly sorry.
I will not be able to serve by your side until the very end, young master.
Bye.
And I'm sorry for what I've done to you. I've done to you all too. I may be a selfish request, but please forgive my young master.
And please do not cause a senseless killing such as this ever again.
Of course. Pecco. That'll do, Monokuma. Why don't you start already?
I will never feel despair.
Just so you know, what she said. As long as I am a tool, I am fully prepared to die.
So cool!
Well, we're able to retain that composure until the very end. People who act as proud as you always shed tears of despair in the end. Now then, let's begin.
Young Master Fuyuhiko.
Please permit me to make one final selfish request.
So?
Didn't I tell you not to call me young master?
I want you to remember.
The tool, Pecco Peccoyama, used to stand beside you. I'd like it if you would remember that. That's it. How many times I keep... I don't need any tools. You did say that. But let's begin. The punishment time, brimming with despair. Jeez. Why didn't you get it yet?
Thrills, chills, kills!
It's time for the ultimate swordswoman, Pecco Peccoyama.
Why?
You stayed by my side all this time. Why didn't you get it?
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
I never needed a sword or a shield. I don't have a fucking Nintendo Switch. I had to.
I never needed a tool. So... You didn't need to become a tool.
Let's give it everything we've got!
You just needed to be yourself. I never wanted a tool.
Young Master?
Why? Why couldn't you understand? We've always been together ever since we were kids!
Let's go! It's punishment time!
Please, Pecco. Don't go! I need you! Don't leave me!
Young Master? Young Master!
Man, this is sad. Not pogging. This is a big sad moment, I'll be honest. Sorry, I'm waiting for my delivery right now. Don't mind me. I just had to order Panda Express because I'm hungry. Also need to have some chicken. Thank you, very cool.
That is impossible!
This cannot be. Even Fuyuhiko. This is bad, it shouldn't be allowed. People dying so easily, falling like dominoes. You bastard, what is this? This can't be. This is a lie, right? I'm not screaming. I do too much screaming already. I'm not screaming, I told you.
Such a waste.
For heaven's sake, this is just the worst. Jeez, what a waste. This conclusion, what a waste. She should have discussed. Bruh.
Damn it.
It was supposed to be a clash between two hopes. It was crushed by something so unpop.
Oh.
You're still talking about that.
You.
What the hell's wrong with you? Aren't you pissed off until your friends got killed?
Such despair.
I am pissed. And I feel sad and hopeless. But still.
Isn't that right?
It's gonna be alright. Despair is over. Can I punch him in the throat? Even this despair is just a ladder to a bright, shining future that awaits us. The higher the ladder, the higher we can shine. That is the unmistakable truth. Call me a ladder, huh? You say some pretty interesting things. In a way, your misguided thoughts of what hope should be remind me of him. I don't understand. What are you saying?
Listen carefully.
I shall make a declaration. We will definitely destroy you. The hopes of all ultimates here will definitely, completely, utterly destroy you. There won't be a stranded con left. We're done with you. That's your future. How much longer are you planning to say such stupid things? Don't you understand? Even if Fuyuhiko died, you know. Not yet. He's still alive.
What?
Everyone!
Fuyuhiko's still alive.
You serious?
Not screaming. I'm not screaming. My throat's already dying as it is. Frantically, we rushed to Fuyuhiko's side.
He's still breathing.
Is he gonna be okay?
Do something! Hey! You need to save him! Hey!
I'm trying! But his blood, he won't stop bleeding out! His pulse is getting weaker!
Can't you do anything about it? God damn it!
Thank you, Kazuichi. Very cool. Well, serves him right.
You're so stupid.
Were you filled with hope at the thought of saving yourself? That's why you end up like that.
You stupid brother!
Why are you so laid back? Me heard you stop sleeping.
I don't believe it.
Oh, my voice is dying. I'm telling you. I'm not dying anymore. Huh. A surprise order.
What the heck?
Why do I have to spend so many precious calories just trying to save some Yakuza scum?
That's wrong!
That's your duty to save him.
Huh?
Duty?
Hey!
Because it's written in the school trip rules. The Blackened was only they alone will be executed. Oh, if only a Blackened gets executed, then Fuyuhiko shouldn't be allowed to be executed. Well, if I could do something better right now, but since my magic stick was taken away, I'm basically powerless.
Hey!
You should be able to do it.
Unbelievable.
Jeez. I guess I have no choice.
Fine.
More than I can violate a rule. Even it's me.
So,
find it and I'll save him. Really?
Like...
I was gonna do it all along. So I've prepared for this. How prepared? And when that happens, gradually grew closer and closer. Wait. Okay, it's not the cops, thank God.
Oh, an ambulance?
Just leave the rest to me, Dr. Killgood.
Wait.
Dr. Killgood, you've already killed your patients.
We gotta get this patient to the Monokuma Hospital ER and get him under 24-hour observation stat. So, I'll see you later.
Okay, thank you, Monokuma. Very cool. And after he said that, the ambulance containing Monokuma and Fuyiko vanished from our sights. Is it really gonna be okay to leave this with to Monokuma?
Damn it.
It can't be helped. Not like there's any other way.
Perhaps.
He's gonna be fine. He's probably gonna get better and come back to us again. You're right, he's definitely gonna come back and talk a lot of smack as if nothing happened. Then, all we can do is wait. Why need to wait for him? I mean, he caused Mahiru's death, you know.
However...
We must put that aside since Peko has already been punished, or else we'll not be able to advance forward.
Fall, my tears.
There are no second chances in life. We cannot return to what has already transpired. There's no other way to move forward, like an arrow of light piercing through darkness.
Damn it!
I guess. Things aren't as exciting as a shit stir like hemming around. Ah, that's true. I didn't realize it, but I was wishing that too. The bottom of my heart, I really wanted him to return. I'm not screaming. I don't care anyone. I don't want anyone else to be a sacrifice. And so the class trial ended. But we still can't see the real ending of what we really want. When that finally arrives, what will happen to us by then? No matter where I look, no matter what possibilities I look for, I can't see our futures, not even a speck. As if we're up in a boat floating unreliably in a vast, dark sea. We were just left there alone. Only one word could explain our situation. Despair. Couldn't find a more suitable word than that. Pain.
You guys can see it, right? You can see this countdown too? 4 people are already gone. We took our time preparing the hope fragments, but now we're no longer able to gather them. Honestly, I'm not so sure anymore. Whether it's better if we let them leave this island, or if we shouldn't let them escape. For those kids, which option is hope and which is despair? But I guess there's no time to hesitate. If this countdown reaches 0, that guy will probably take over our plan's final stage as well. What lies beyond that is the foul resurrection of the ultimate despair, and the continuation of the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That cannot be allowed! We must prevent that by any means necessary. Even if we have to pay the ultimate price, I will definitely prevent it by any means. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope.
Big thunk moments here. I just realized my oxygen tank was not. I did not have my tank on. My mask on. All of them. What the fuck's happening outside? Anyway, I'm gonna stop recording. Yeah, I'm gonna save. Anyway, I'm gonna stop recording here. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Danganronpa. Anyway, I'm gonna go work on this. Working on this video, and then I'm gonna go figure some shit out. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time, and goodbye.